The Beekeeper's Bible. Introduction. The historic relationship between humans and their bees is a long and enduring one. Honey, beeswax, and mead, the alcoholic drink made from honey, are a part of the worldwide industry, yet, in the 21st century, the number of honeybees are falling at an alarming rate due to a mysterious condition known as colony collapse disorder, which emerged in late 2006 and for which no one has yet discovered the cause. It is only as more and more of the honeybees die that we now begin to appreciate not knowing how fragile their survival really is, but also their importance to agricultural economy globally owing to their pollination of crops. If bees are to survive in the 22nd century, we must take them seriously now. The Beekeeper's Bible aims to offer all of us an opportunity to become better acquainted with the bees, with their history, evolution, biology, and practical aspects of beekeeping and production. The book also gives detailed information about bees, bee colonies, bee production, and their uses, and provides recipes for making your own product. While it should provide valuable information for those who are already beekeepers, it also aims to interest anyone considering getting into their first colony or simply curious about the background of one of our most fascinating insects. Part 1. Bees and Beekeeping History. Throughout history, both bees and honey they so magically produce have featured in myths and philosophy. The flowing sweetness of honey has since ancient times been associated with great eloquence, while having features of bee society and behavior have been long identified with our own. A dominant female is still a queen bee in our common parlance, and when we work hard, we are as busy as a bee, or appear as a hive of industry. Such symbolism has its roots in ancient cultures of the world. Bees and mythology. Our relationship with the honeybee goes back thousands of years to the dawn of the human race. Prehistoric spiritual rock art executed by San Bushmen of South Africa, whose descendants still live in the Kalahari, abounds with images of bees and their nests, suggesting that bees had a special importance in the Stone Ages. Indeed, the bee is a part of the creation myth of the sands. An exhausted bee, having carried a mantis across a river, left the mantis on a floating flower before the bee died. However, it placed a seed in the mantis's body. That seed became the first human. While there is a gap in our archaeological knowledge from the Stone Age to the first beekeepers of ancient Egypt, we can see the mythology and ancient civilizations how bees held a sacred significance and mythical power, often appearing as a sacred insect in act of a bridge between the natural world and the underworld. Images of bees have appeared on some tombstones, while other, specifically Mesopotamian tombs, were shaped as beehives. Bees symbolize vital principles and embody the soul. According to ancient Greeks, the bees was sometimes identified with Demeter's, the goddess of the earth and crop, who represented the soul sent to hell. The bee also symbolizes the souls that fly away from the body in the Siberian, Central Asian, and Southern American traditions. In Western Asia, a great mother fertility goddess known variously as Ma, Anayatis, Re, Kybele, Istar, Artaguris, Artemis, and Diana was worshipped. Her cult reached its zenith in the temple of Artemis at Euphrates in present-day Turkey, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. As the temples are 2 Roman copies of wooden statues of Artemis, originally created in the 8th century BC and decorated with the bees carved in relief. Artemis priests were known as essence or king bees and were likened to the bee nymphs or the Melissae that features in Greek mythology. These bee nymphs also gave the gift of prophecy to Artemis' twin Apollo, whose shrine at Delphi is one of the most significant historic sites of ancient Greece. The priestess of Delphi, throughout whom Apollo foretold the future, was known as the Delphic bee. Bee mythology also persists in Hinduism, and the qualities represented by bees continue to appear in modern religions.